He's not Asian baby cute, but he's right below that, you know? Asian babies are cuter than bunnies and puppies combined. I would throw away 20 white babies to have an Asian baby. But thankfully, the exchange rate is better than that. So, 5? I don't know. Can we please stop collectively as a society, stop pushing the myth that having a baby is a selfless act? I hear people say that shit all like, it's the most selfless thing that you'll ever do. No, it's not. It's not selfless. It's selfish. Necessary, but selfish. Why? You fall in love with a miniature version of you. What's more selfish than that? You're like, this is awesome. He looks just fucking like me. I've never loved anything more in my entire life. My favorite parts of you are not on board with this. How about an old, reliable one? You know, how about Tourette syndrome? Yeah. Maybe you've heard of that. If you haven't, let me tell you. When I was in 5th grade, my parents sent me to a new school on a Wednesday. I'll never forget. It was a Catholic school, and on Wednesdays, they had Mass. So picture you're a new student at a new school, you don't know anybody, and the first thing you're doing is you're going to church. So I walk in, and the priest starts the service. He goes, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the kid in the row in front of me goes, fuck your cunt. And I'm like, oh, Nobody did anything, no one batted an eye. He just goes, Holy Spirit, starts reading from the Bible. This kid goes, lick my balls, and fuck you. I am laughing so goddamn hard. But I know I'm not supposed to laugh. It sounds like I'm having a stroke. I'm 10. I'm like, I have tears running down my face. And finally I'm able to get out, how come nobody else is laughing? And the kid next to me goes, he's got Tourette's. It gets old. 3 years I was at that school. That shit never got old. That was the greatest gift God ever bestowed upon me. And I'll tell you this, the greatest day of my life, up until the day my son was born, was the day we had a substitute teacher that year, and they didn't warn her about him. Your imagination is serving you correctly. It was glorious. I watched a 10-year-old boy break a grown woman's spirit. These poor substitutes, they don't know what's going on in your class, you know? She walked in, somehow they didn't tell her, and she's like, read chapter 3. And then his tics would build, meaning they would start small. So he would sit in class and be like, hey. So she goes, what's going on? And we're like, she doesn't know. And then he would do this every day. He would take markers and paint his own shirt. Again, every day he did it, but she doesn't know about it. So she sees it. She's like, what are you doing? He goes, what do you think, bitch? Ah! Then he starts painting his face with the marker, and she goes, stop that. And he goes, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, fuck you. And she's like, what's happening? What's happening? And we go, that's Kevin. Why are you crying so much right now? Like that. And she killed herself. She's dead. So... he's not Asian baby cute, but he's right below that, you know? Asian babies are cuter than bunnies and puppies combined. I would throw away 20 white babies to have an Asian baby. But thankfully, the exchange rate is better than that. So, 5? I don't know. Can we please stop collectively as a society, stop pushing the myth that having a baby is a selfless act? I hear people say that shit all like, it's the most selfless thing that you'll ever do. No, it's not. It's It's not selfless. It's selfish. Necessary, but selfish. Why? You fall in love with a miniature version of you. What's more selfish than that? You're like, this is awesome. He looks just fucking like me. I've never loved anything more in my entire life. My favorite parts of you are the parts that look like me. Some parts look like you. Those parts are all right, but the parts that look like me are amazing. I would do anything for you, mostly because I feel like I'm doing it for myself. You're the best, new, fresh me. That's what you're doing when you have a hit. You're populating the world with more of you. You're saying, I'm fantastic. Here's another one of me. Do we really need that many more of you? You know? I mean, do we? I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. had 4. I get it. He should have had 10. But you? All excited about crab legs are on sale at Costco on Sunday, y'all. I think we're all good on you. I think maybe you should stop. Now, I'll be real with you. If you're wondering about it, about parenthood, you're gonna have no more time. It's okay, because you'll still have moments. Time and moments are different. What's time? Time is like, let's say tomorrow, you sleep until noon, and then you eat food in bed, and then you go, fuck today, and you go back to sleep. You got a lot of time on your hands. Moments are like, you take a sip of something, you're like, that's good, that moment is now over. See? You live in moments. Masturbating is important, you know? You appreciate it more when you're a parent. I look forward to masturbating more than I look forward to sex. You know why? Because I know I'm gonna treat me right. That's why. Yeah. I love it, man. I clear the bed. The dogs can watch, but nobody else, you know? And I'm at the point now where I taunt myself. Any of you do that? I'll lay in bed and I'll be like, oh, who's been a good boy, you know? Like, who's been good? Who's been bad? And then I grab my balls from behind. I'm like, who the fuck was that? Did you... You brought somebody? I didn't bring anybody, but I keep it exciting. I'm telling you the truth. Closed. I don't know how often you do that. I'm guessing it's twice a year. Maybe the day you get back from Cancun and when you tell the lady in the Thai restaurant, yeah, I can handle my spice. My son, every single shit, he's like, and when he's done, he makes eye contact, and you're like, whoa. And he pushes out the last bit as he stares through you. He's like, ugh. And you're like, ugh, you're nasty as hell. It's gross. And just once, it would be nice if as I'm cleaning my son's shit-filled asshole, if he would look up at me and be like, hey, motherfucker, I appreciate it. And I'd be like, yeah, and I appreciate you. Thanks, Denver. You're so much fun. Have a great night. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. You're the best. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Love you. Good night. And she goes, I'm super horny. And I go, okay. She goes, I'm horny the way guys are. And I go, no, you're not. And she goes, yeah. And I said, you're really not. And she goes, yeah, why do you say that? And I said, let me tell you a little story. When I was a freshman in college, I looked like this. I looked 47 years old. It was alarming to other students. They would see me walking through the doors, and they'd be like, are you a fucking administrator here or something? I'd be like, I'm a freshman. I'm 18. And they're like, you're a narc? That's what you are. This is my birth face, man. I'm 41 Jump Street. So with this face came great responsibility. I bought alcohol for our entire dorm. I don't mean 3 or 4, everybody. It wasn't even a challenge. I looked so old that when I walked into liquor stores, they'd be like, hello, sir, how's the stock market today? Shit like that. I bought booze to everybody. Everybody got booze. I did the same thing with pornography. And let me tell you, before you jump at me like, why would you do that? You just watch it in your dorm room online. Well, the story takes place in 1997. And there was a lot of buffering back then. That is the truth. I don't know if you remember the late 90s or if you were even around, but like porn in the late 90s was like, ha, 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 Who am I kidding? I use my right hand, so, ha, Now, keep in mind, I'm not buying porn for a couple buddies. It is for an entire building of 18-year-old freshman dudes in college. You can't wrap your head around how massive and specific these orders were. I would go door to door, and guys would hand me cash and their wish list. They'd be like, I want black cocks, asses, and feet. Don't fuck it up. I'm like, all right. Do you know what kind of a psychopath I looked like? Walking through a porn store with a grocery list, like... Mom said not to forget. So one day, I am buying outrageous amounts of porn. And the owner of the store comes up to me. He goes, you should go to this other store. And I'm like, that is a weird thing to tell your best customer, man. So I go, why? He just goes, I just think you'll like it. And so I go, okay. I go. He sends me to, I don't know if you've ever been to a cement block building with no sign or trailer one time. Not a trailer park, a solo trailer. The most terrifying housing situation that exists. Like where other trailer people are like, get the fuck out of here, and they kick them out. I just walk up to that shit, 15. And this dude's like, you trying to get a sack? I was like, oh shit, yeah. He goes, we could go do that. And I was like, all right, cool. And he goes, we just need to go get it. I was like, you don't fucking have it? Isn't that your sole responsibility? So I tried to play cool. I was like, all right, let's go get it. He goes, I'll go get it. You stay here and watch my place. And I was like, okay. And he goes, there's a .357 and a shotgun on my bed. Anybody comes in here, blast them. Inside, paralysis. But what I said was, that's what's up. Like, yeah, man. Pow. And then he stopped at the door and he goes, but don't shoot my mom. I go, can we get a description before we agree to terms? How about a height and weight on old mom?